There we go. There we go, chat. Thanks. Here we go. You guys hear me now?
Don't. Luke, what do we got? Spanking.
Bam. Nice.
Search, grab him.
Awesome. Thank you.
Take his ass out.
Roger.
Get a video. Get a video with Serge. You got to do the Cole Titan Eastwood out.
Everyone's on to that.
No, there's audio, David.
There's audio.
Don't do that.
They're all, every one of them is.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're all here now.
Oh, nice.
And then as soon as that other stuff comes in, then
Get it. Thanks, Captain. All right, Playboy.
Give the sound engineer a raise. This is a hard day of pushing a button. Really, I must say, that was a tough fix. All
You can go iPad. Give him the iPad. Give him the iPad. Well,
Give him the
it's that
crack
day.
pad.
Mono's gone. You got three guys that have no idea about kids.
Give him a beer.
Give him a beer. Titan, you want a beer?
Let's do a keg stand. Let's give him a shot.
And kick it. Kick it.
I'm gonna play on your.
Uh-oh. Titan, he's going to delete your things.
Oh,
Kick his ass. Mo should have thought about leaving us here.
Booyah, Mike, you've helped me out on everything from building my physique to my business, so big thank you. For our audience, how would you help someone who's struggling to flex through a movement? Respect.
That's a great question. How to do it? Well, you can do it without, right? And usually I'll connect. So when you're doing the warm-ups, that's probably when you need to make sure that you're flexing through, right? And then you're raising the weight off the ability to move heavier weight under the tension and flex that you're doing. So as soon as it goes from, and again, you guys are all younger than me, so you should be still doing like fast movements and stuff like that. But as you're moving through those warm-ups and you're flexing through it, you'll find that you can get heavier and heavier and heavier and stronger by flexing through it. But there's a give and take, because I don't know if most of you, I don't think you, or maybe you haven't figured this out. And go to the gym today and try this. Go to the gym, and when you do a movement, pull down. All right, pull down to your chest. Does it feel like it's momentum, or it's the muscle contracting and moving the weight? So that's the first thing I would say that you have to discover. And you're like, well, of course, my back is pumped. Well, is it pumped because you're just moving a heavy amount of weight and stuff? Or is it because you're actually really flexing it? Because there's a different feel from a pump to before you leave the gym, you're already got those fibers
Torn up. Yeah.
And there's a complete different feeling. And Arnold's son, Joseph, he's training legs with me. And he was one of these kids that was very about the pump. Mm-hmm. That's what the gym's about. And I think this is a beautiful thing, because he's such a young kid, but so open-minded to listen and understand, not listen to respond. And these leg workouts, when he leaves the gym now, he's like, my legs feel like they would normally feel 2 days later relative to this huge pump. I feel the fibers are torn. And that's what I want you guys to feel when you're doing these workouts, more than this pump. So again, practice your posing, practice flexing, and then practice moving through those movements as you're flexing through is some of the best advice. And then do what we did yesterday and have the stim machine on too. That's a high level.
Do you think some people can get lost in not lost, but they get so focused on flexing that they kind of stay. I see so many people at the gym, and I'm like, dude, you're still doing 20-pound curls just because you're so focused on trying to squeeze it and flex it. Get heavy, go heavy, and still flex it. But I see a lot of people, and especially online, they want you to always go light. They want you to always do that.
It's a tough one because I think back when you started, because Jeff's got a great ability. Most of the guys we train with have a very good explosion, can pop out of something. And you can understand this being a B-boy, hardcore parkour.
Yep.
That the back tuck is
That's it.
it's a whip.
You got half a
It's
second.
out.
You got to do it.
And so I think most people don't realize that it's complete opposite of that. And you had to learn that, where it's like, okay, well, I'm not snapping out of it.
Mm-mm.
I'm contracting out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is tough because it fatigues you.
Yeah, it does. It almost makes it so the next and the
The
following
20
set-
pounds is 40 pounds.
Right.
And so there's a hard reality to that. And I think that's why a lot of people stay light. They're like, well, I'm moving through it so precise. Yes. But at the end of the day, Jeff's point is you should still, and this is my point to Jay Cutler, is that you should still be able to move up and get heavy weight in that same way. And that's true strength. And so I get it that you guys are going, well, I'm only going to do 20-pound dumbbell curl because I can really isolate and peak it. And it's like, okay, but try to get stronger in that position.
Yeah, that was just the point. I just don't want people to get stuck on the idea that
It doesn't give you the out.
yeah, exactly.
It doesn't give you an out just because you're moving it slower and you're isolating so well. Don't take that as an out
Right.
that you have to stay light. Still go heavy. Great question, my friend. And again, thank you so much. You out?
Where are you going?
Hey guys, we had honor of today of team captain, our version of Bradley Martin. We had Bradley Martinez.
Show him a little. Hey,
Where's Bradley
Come here.
Martinez? Look at this. You tell me the same, Bradley.
guys,
Bradley Martinez right there in the house.
tell us that's not Bradley Martinez.
Uh-huh. That's a big drink of water right there. For you ladies, he is taken. But he's doing good out there.
He's
He is-
taken, but remember, a 1v1 is always easier than a 1v20.
I don't even know what that is, guys. I'm guessing that's ice.
Yeah.
That's the Visa. Is that what that is?
Thoughts on Mike Mentor's philosophy on recovery? I'm not familiar with that. Are you? His recovery?
Yeah, it was just a lot of time away from the gym. Well, it's not Mike Mentzer's. I would say he took the Arthur Jones and went extreme with it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the longest span of time in between workouts. It's not for me. Here's something cool about weightlifting. You're going to learn a lot more as you continue to age and be vintage. And my goal for all of you would be able to understand enough. And the resting when you're 20, nah. See, I know that I say it when people say, hey, what would you tell your 20-year-old self? I would say, chill out a little bit, come a little less worried. Nah. The 20s were so freaking, the teens and 20s and 30s were so badass that I put my head to the wall and did 3-hour workouts and didn't take days off and smashed everybody I trained with. I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't change that for 20 pounds of muscle. I wouldn't. I'm glad how strong I got and be like that. But as you get older, you're going to have to learn to rest more and see what you can move through. But don't do it as a kid. Train your ass off, man. That's my recommendation. Be a beast in there, because it also just sets you up mentally too. Not everybody here is going to be a bodybuilder, but you can all be like beasts. So also, remember, I was around when Mike was here. And the harsh reality of it, by late 30s, 40s, Mike already kind of lost the consistency and passion for the lifting. And he really took the other approach of training people, which is great, and give his knowledge, because he's a bright individual. Cerebral, very just bright. But he didn't keep himself in shape. And I want you all to try to do even better than that and stay in shape, in your 30s and your 40s and 50s and 60s. Go look at Lee Haney.
Right?
Jack LaLanne. Arnold was talking about Jack.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Arnold was talking about Jack LaLanne. It was like Jack was doing something, and Arnold goes, "What do you mean go do some more and get up and go and this and that?" And Arnold's like, "Stop." It was great because Arnold trained with the greatest.
Of course.
And they were savages. And then you got somebody like Jack LaLanne, who was not a huge human at all, but could do some phenomenal things. And it was Arnold's going, "You're crazy." So hear Arnold Schwarzenegger say somebody else is crazy and just a savage in the gym. To me, that's gold. It's gold, because Arnold was a freaking beast. And I know that you guys think of Arnold as a bodybuilder, but they all were power lifters and Olympic lifters back in those days. All. And even in my generation, it was in the 80s, everybody lifted heavy. Monsters. But I love the fact that Jack, when I met him, he was maybe 160, if.
Yeah, no, he's not
Just a dynamo. Just a Bruce Lee dynamo.
You often speak of science and scientific approach of training. If we had to read a good book on bodybuilding, which one would you advise? Hey, Mike, you're always talking about your scientific
I talk about philosophy of Wolff's Law and Davis Law, but that's the understanding of bone density and connective tissue. I rarely quote anything when it comes to the training principles of what hypertrophy is. No, I don't even like using those kind of big words.
I wonder if you saw a sarcastic video.
Maybe it was a sarcastic video, but no, I don't. That being said, I think read anything and everything. I think at least having an understanding what the common Joe recommends, and then discovering for yourself what applies to you and what doesn't apply to you, I think is always smart to learn and stuff. I rarely do the concept of quoting science unless it's about the ability of a body breakdown and build up. So, yeah. You know what I would do though, is I would study a lot of the Russian and the Bulgarian lifting principles, percentages. I think Matt Wenning has a book. I think read whatever Stan studies and puts out. Ed Cohen, anything he says. And if he says a metaphor about the love of a dog, there's a consistency that he's metaphor in, and it's translating into lifting and stuff. So it's just a goat right there. Listen to Lee Haney. Lee Priest puts out some real basic stuff that's 100% more easy to digest and truthful than a lot of the books.
Right on.
I'll say that right there. but learn, always learn. The best are always learning.
Mm-hmm.
The mediocre talk about the best, and the idiots know everything already.
All
Robbie
right.
Robinson. That's going to be a good post.
Yeah. Mike, what do you wish more young lifters understood about long-term health and muscle retention?
You can't keep something that you didn't work for.
Dang.
Um,
It's kind of what we were talking about earlier.
yeah,
Looking
you
at
know.
the wall.
And so that's a harsh reality when you look at like the Hall of Fame walls at Gold's Gym or just any gym, and you go down the list, and you just kind of go, man, this guy, he did it slow, precise, and he's still here. And so I always like looking at Frank Zane or Robbie Robinson's posters, because Robbie's not far off at 80 that he was at 30 or 20. And then I see others and I'm like, that body was just made off of the
Chemical
the
engineering?
the chemical engineering, the not possible to retain even a moderate amount.
Yeah.
And I just wish the young kids, I wish
No
the young
foundation.
kids, I just wish the young kids in the teens and 20s would understand, if you put in some freaking sick work and consistency in the teens and 20s, you get to keep a majority of that for a lifetime. And if you did it honestly, you get to keep it for a majority of life. And I wish they would know that. Kids are too quick to jump on the shiny car, the new hot chick, and all that kind of stuff. I saw something the other day, and I know that I've never scheduled my life around a human. I've never broken my schedule for a human. And somebody, a very successful businessman, was talking about the kids of today, the 20-year-olds shouldn't be out there dating. And I'm like, that's a hard thing for,
Yeah.
man, you got hormones and
Right.
and women are freaking beautiful. And so to tell them, oh, you shouldn't be doing it, you should just be grinding and setting yourself up for life. I understand that. That'd be great. But I get the point of it. And I understand that when I look back, I gave up a lot of stuff to stay consistent with what I wanted in life. So is he safe?
Yeah, you try to eat some food.
Will you lock the door to the gym?
Yeah.
Because the one bolt lock, he can't move. So the youngsters, just please be patient as best as you can. Best you can. I know it seems like if you don't rush it when you're young, you'll never have it. That's not true, man. I'm hoping most of you guys live an incredibly long, productive, fun life. There's so many things you guys, as a youngster, don't realize that's going to happen for you. So stay in it, man. Hello.
All right.
All right, back to the top. You do whatever you want. You can jump wherever.
Let's see what we got in here. What are the best exercises for high school wrestlers?
First of all, I would say this. Please do not diet if you're a wrestler. Do not cut weight. Do not do that at that age. Please, I know you want to be a wrestler. I know you want to win, but you're going to damage your body by dieting as hard as my generation did to make weight. I was lucky because I was a heavyweight from the start. So I never had to diet down to make weight, but I just see the damaging it does to a person at that growth spurt that doesn't eat. Hi.
What up? What's up?
Can I get something?
Yeah.
You want 99 cents?
You want 99 cents?
You want food?
You on the airplane? Yeah, if you want food. You trying to eat?
Food, yes. Money, no.
You want gains?
You want food?
I know that's you.
Correct.
Bro.
Sweet, read this. What does it say?
Tighten the pikey over.
And then who are you gonna whoop?
Tighten.
What are you gonna do to this guy?
Do this though. Put the name, the nickname above, and then their name.
Okay.
Don't put it between the
Hey,
first
What
one.
are you gonna do to that guy?
I can't. Pull. Can I?
What are you gonna do to him?
He's got a match coming up.
Titan God of
My Titan is
War.
fighting
Eastwood.
Eastwood's grandchild. Big fight. Best exercises for wrestlers. I love cleans, power cleans though. Not Olympic lifting cleans or snatches, but power cleans. The hip thrust, squats, handstand push-ups,
Oh, nice.
non-stop handstand push-ups for high school wrestlers. And push it. Try to get bigger numbers on that, because that's one of those things, man. When you get to that third round of wrestling, you're tanked. And so, yeah, the handstand push-ups, but squats, a lot of hips. Incline shoulder press. Are you a coach or a wrestler
I'll
yourself?
go down low.
Great question, though.
What's up, dog?
I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I'm just. Can I get something over there?
Yeah. Do you recommend push-ups on chest days along with other movements?
Yeah, if you want to do it at the end, and have fun and push it into fatigue. I wouldn't do it during the workout. It'd be a finishing exercise. Yeah, that's fine. But also, I'd do that more like once periodically. I would maybe do that, when you're having fun, or you trained really hard with your training partner, and now you guys are going to push to see who does more. That's how I would incorporate that in. Have fun with those kind of things. Just kind of jumping through these guys again. Titan is hyped up today.
Cracked out.
Training program, a lot of uprights,
Oh, nice.
a lot of hyperextensions, and then just really weigh out weight training and time. If you're going to weight train, I recommend you should solely be on a power program. If you're doing BJJ or some other martial arts, okay, strictly minimum sets, minimum reps, heavy as you possibly can, and continue your BJJ. And the reason why is because you are burning so much over here in the BJJ that you don't need to fatigue yourself when it comes to the weightlifting. All right. So you're going to be in shape. Now what you want to do is the two aspects. If you weightlift a lot, you're going to get really strong, right? But then if you do BJJ a lot, this will fall. So it's this. Mm-hmm. Where can I find the best balance? And so what I found is try to eat, make sure you're getting your calories in, and stay heavy in the gym with the least amount of work, and still do your BJJ. Great question, though. Upright rows. Get strong shoulders, rear delts, traps, hips, lower back. So a lot of hypers. And we've been doing, and we're going to continue to do this, is we do a set to lock the unit, the body, on some hypers good mornings before we even squat. So as we build our way up, those little tricks are going to help you when you're rolling.
Where did this one go?
Let's do a couple more, guys.
Are you still doing a lot of close grip?
Yeah, we probably hit close grip
Mm-hmm.
once a month and reverse about 3 times a month. So we'll slip it back in.
Opinion on ab training for muscular development before you are lean. Say about 15% body fat or more.
Yeah, that's a tough one because I don't know if you have any kind of developed abs,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think your abs need to be. I think the consequence of training your abs off season and continuing to train them year in and year out to try to get these monstrous abs, you get this whole waistline of muscle, which is great, right? It seems like. But now you're going to get blockier and blockier. The more you train, the more you train.
Yeah.
So I like the idea that you're already training your abs and midsection somewhat when you're lifting the rest of the body. There's a tension to it. And I think most people's abs, I mean, you just go to the beach and you see these skinny guys that are ripped and they don't train, but their abs look decent, right?
Right.
So abs, I think, are the opposite. I think abs should be worked only during the cut and only for a portion of time. And I think they should be overtrained to cause atrophy to that waistline instead of trying to build these big abs. Because I worry too that you get these guys that go, oh, I can still see my abs and I'm 15% body fat. And I'm like, dude, you're seeing a whole bunch of fat over your
Right.
developed abs. It just, still not good. Be careful, everybody. Just that's why I say don't train abs a lot. Only when you're in the slice mode. And if somebody's here going, well, you need to keep them strong. Your abs are strong. Relax.
Where did this one?
If you're squatting without a belt, your abs are strong. If you're deadlifting without a belt, your abs are strong.
How has being a father influenced your fitness journey?
Made me really analyze the ability to retain as much as I possibly can. Even more not ironic. What's the other word? Psycho. Even more than I did before. I always wanted to be jacked for a lifetime. I wanted to be Jack LaLanne or my idol is Robbie Robinson. I want to be somewhat close to what Robbie is.
You're compulsive?
And just so addicted. I don't know.
The kids would say locked in.
And the kids would say like, all right. Yeah. So it's just even more so because I want to give that moment to where I can wrestle him when he's 15. And so, it's even more so being a father. And I'm also, if you're a father, one of the biggest things is it has very little as a father on what you say. Very little. And it's all about what you do and not even for the kid, but just what you do. The father, and we see this with all my acquaintances and friends or people I do interviews with. You got a large portion of society that comes home from work, they grab their beer and they sit on the couch and they watch their TV. And I go through airports every single week, and everybody in today's world is a carbon copy of their family. And so I see these 2 sloppy parents, and they got 4 kids that are just slops with them. And I'm like, that kid is barely 6 years old. How did he get that fat that fast? And it's the parents. It's not what the parents are saying, it's how the parents live. And so it has to, and it goes the other way. It's like if you're the father that comes home and goes, Hey, we're wrestling today. Let's go, son.
Mm-hmm.
Let's eat our chicken. Let's go. It's such an amazing thing. I got lucky, man. My dad and mom were active as heck. And my dad built out a home, our second floor to the house, the downstairs, the basement was gutted. And he made these jimmied bunk beds. They were all off the floor. So all the brothers,
Barracks?
yeah, it was barracks. It really wasn't changed.
Right.
And so we were all off the floor. And then the whole downstairs was weightlifting equipment and mats. And so then I got all older brothers, and it was dad would come home, we'd get a lift in, and us boys would already be lifting and doing our stuff. And that old Arnold Schwarzenegger, when his father would come home and he had pictures of guys on his wall,
Right.
he's like, wait a minute, son. And that's all we had. We tore up the magazines and we put down Bertil Fox's arm workout, Larry Scott's bicep workout,
Right.
Tom Plaza's leg workout. And we'd take the articles and paste them on the walls. And that was our whole basement. And so I look back and I go, yeah, no wonder I turned out this way. But your kids could be this way. Everybody's kids. They're a carbon copy of yourself. And it is depressing to go through an airport in today's world. It is in America. Because I will say when I travel overseas and stuff, it's a different entity. Like France, all they do is eat bread.
Oh, wow.
And everybody's in shape. All they do is walk. They walk, they have their cigarettes, they eat bread 24/7. It's like, it's amazing. It's amazing. But yeah, America, you're become such a disappointment. It sucks.
How did you manage dating in your 20s and continue your goals and dreams?
You missed it earlier, but I never have changed my life schedule or pattern for an individual.
Ooh.
Never. When I dated girls, I chose girls off because they were in good shape or they lifted as well.
Oh, nice.
And if they didn't, it just was not there for me. Just absolutely not. And then here's the lucky thing. Remember, I was in the magazines by 17. So I was around by 20, like you were saying, I was around the greatest fitness individuals in the world and the hottest girls in the magazines. And so all those girls that I ever dated or hung out with were already lifting and stuff. So they knew the priority was priority.
Right.
Yeah, and people say that. They go, well, what if your significant other? I ain't dating a significant other that doesn't train. It just doesn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care how hot she is. She's not going to be hot in 20 years if she doesn't do anything.
Damn. Preach. Mike,
Great shot. Freaking Burt Reynolds.
51-year-old brand new lifter here. Remember you back from the Gladiators. Just seeing if you have any advice from an over 50 new lifter.
Get your blood work done. And don't get your blood work done from your family doctor. Get your blood work done through Titan Medical. It's $100. Find out, is your vessel still working like it did? Or is it working like it should be working? That's number one, because you're 50. And there's 20-year-olds in here right now, and they're moving slow. So imagine how slow this transformation will be if you're 50 and your body's not working with you. Or how frustrating that would be, right? You're like, I eat right, I train right. Yeah, but there's stuff going on with your cholesterol, your T levels at 200, your estrogen's over 50. It's like, holy shit, you can work your ass off and nothing's going to happen. So blood works first, and then get your ass in the Titan crew, because you've never really done this, right? And so just start with either the home workout that I set up there. If not the home workout, do the summer shreds. Summer shreds. That way we go into New Year's already completely focused and changed mentally. That's the first three things you do. Write it down. Titan Medical, Get in the Titan crew, start summer shred. I love it. Where's November 21st?
It's the 21st. I'm double check the date.
Yeah, check that.
Yeah, just in case it didn't.
I like that though.
Just want to make sure that the AI didn't fucking change that.
Do you have a gladiator shot for me with the from
22nd.
22nd? So
Oh,
yeah, because it's Saturday.
That's 21st.
Okay, yeah, so 22nd. But get one of these where I'm doing this and I got the thing on, and put that right in that middle part. So
Straight up gladiator.
the movie Clay, when I
Oh,
walked out of the tunnel
I got you. That.
and I raised up my arms like this.
Yeah, that shot. Like, why do so many people skip legs? Are they still doing that?
Yeah, oh God. Jeff said, are they still doing that? I'll guarantee they do that more now because they got the board short competition. I don't know why. Because that's, and for everybody here, this is much bigger than skipping. Let's say most people skip legs because they go, I don't want to train legs. I don't want big legs. Okay. Now I understand that, right? But that's also like the guy that says, well, I'm not going to drink a half a gallon of water today because I just don't like water. Well, to be healthy, you got to drink your water. So I don't care that you don't like water. You got to drink your water. And that's weightlifting when it comes to leg day. You need to keep your legs strong. You need to keep that torso, the hips, get rid of the belt, squat, range of motion, legs, and also it fires up your body tenfold to strengthen everything else, not just your legs. Now, you don't have to train your legs and you don't have to support it with nutrition so you build big legs, but you have to train legs. And so my thought is that it's either they're ignorant and they think weightlifting is solely to build muscle when it's to keep your frame. That's to keep your body healthy and to keep your frame. And then the second part would be that, it's just ignorance of what it is. And then the second one is legs are tough. And I love that. I love that legs are freaking tough. It's a tough workout. And if you push it like we do, especially back in the days, it was fun to make the other guy throw up first, but you still wanted to throw up. You still wanted to train legs until you threw up. And so it's still a hilarious thing. Jeff will freaking destroy all of us and then run off to the bathroom and throw up. And it's like, hell yeah. So it's just a mental, it's a mental approach too. And I think people got to stop skipping leg day. You got to stop skipping it. Something I saw, and I love the fact of this, is what's the guy that plays for the Lakers now? James.
LeBron?
They were talking about him, but they were talking about the aspect of Jordan, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. And they said to these guys, would you guys play on the same team with each other? They go, hell no. LeBron, none of them wanted to play on the same team. They wanted to play against each other.
Right.
Because that was the measurement for themselves. Like Larry Bird, playing against Jordan or Magic. It's like they wanted to compete against the very best. And that's leg day. If you're not going in and it's like, can we do legs twice a week? I want to freaking go at this because I'm testing myself and pushing myself. That's my approach to leg day. Great question. We got one more?
Yeah. What are the top 3 things you've learned that are essential for living a healthy, long, and fun life?
Don't run away from food. Don't run away from food. Mindset. You remember that we all grew up with this. If you think you're going to get hurt, you're going to get hurt. That's everything about the mind. If your mind is the strongest thing you have, you're golden. And that sets you up for life. And then the understanding that 100% don't do this. Never compare yourself. Like you hear people go, hey, I look good for 40. And it's like, don't ever do that. Never in your life. And like when somebody says, hey, Robbie looks good for 80, I'm like, you're an idiot. Robbie looks good for an 18-year-old. He looks good for a college football player. He looks good for 80. Yeah. So don't ever do that. Don't ever do the age thing with what society looks like, because society is freaking disgusting in today's day and age. The average is terrible. America is over 50% obese in America. It's like, so who are you comparing yourself to? You're in special ed class. I'm the smartest one here. You're in special ed, dude. Shut up. Don't worry. I grew up in special ed. Great question, though. Great question, my friend. Mindset, don't compare, and don't run away from food. It's amazing, the food debate right now. You got the absolutely destroyed bodies saying that this fasting thing is good for you, or no carbohydrates and stuff. And then on the other side, you got these people that are eating balanced meals and not fasting that look incredible. And it's like, all right. I never understood the part where they start going, well, our ancestors never did this. During the caveman day, they didn't live till 30, dude. Shut the hell up. It's like, what's wrong with you guys? Great questions. They always do so good like this.
Mm-hmm.
One more, guys. We got to bust out of here.
One more.
Thanks for hanging out today.
Just trying to find one that's different. And I know a lot of you guys have great questions, and we've gotten a lot of them. So sometimes I just like to look for something a little different.
Titans out there practicing the piano.
Yeah, they want to see you play some piano now. They're getting motivated off him.
Yeah, so this cat right here plays little hidden secret.
Oh shit.
But we were impressed. And again, I'm an athlete, but I came from a very family-oriented music family. Very, very much so. More of them continued to do music than they did the fitness. But he has taken to this thing like amazing. Go for it.
Here we go. Mike, in your decades of bodybuilding, what's the single training or lifestyle principle that separates those who maintain elite fitness long-term from those who peak and fade quickly?
Food and the consistency.
Food? You say food number one, though.
Food's number one, and consistency. Here's the tough part with this is there's a lot of guys that were mediocre that are still healthy and doing their thing. And it's because they weren't in a rush, but they never got to the top level like I did or others. I think rushing when you're young and doing the bad things that you can do set you up to fail later, where the guys that were slow and consistent. The whole tortoise and the rabbit, where the hare and the rabbit.
Yeah.
The hare and the rabbit. That's the same thing.
You said it right the first time.
It's a simple but basic. The guys that keep going in. There's a guys there's 70 and 80-year-old guys that you guys will never see or hear of that are at Gold's Gym. And these guys walk around and you're like, God damn, they look good. And they're 70, they're 80, they're in a tank top and they look good and they got their 25-year-old girlfriend next to them. But those guys were there in the 60s and they just stayed consistent. They stayed consistent. You don't need to be a psycho in the sense of the workout. You need to be a psycho in the consistency. So
Beautiful.
that's where I'd go. I would say that you don't need to smash your head against the wall every workout, but you do have to stay on point outside of that. And this is why I keep telling you guys, just get over on the Titan meal plan. That's what's going to keep you around in 10 years. And we put up a video the other day that a majority, don't write in the book though, right? Don't write in the book. Brah. He just said brah. My 6-year-old. Brah. Okay.
We out of
Stay
here.
consistent, guys. My chest is now twice as sore. Oh,
Daddy, I'm just
The piano in the background is rude. I'll show you something rude, buddy. You want to see something rude?
oh yeah, block that boy. Somebody said that.
How's that? How's
He's
that?
yeah,
how's that for
that's blocked for
unprofessional?
life, dog.
You like that? How professional was that right there, buddy?
okay. So
Yeah.
I'm going to cross out all this
Why?
one.
Why? Don't cross it out. Just know not to do that, okay?
All right.
I'm just going to.
We outie?
You want to say goodbye to everybody?
Titan, say peace to the people.
Peace out.
Peace.